Hello everyone, welcome back to BattleTech lore number 3. Today we'll be covering the political century, and once again I am doing this, well, I shouldn't say live, but I'm doing this in a more personalized manner instead of another book reading. There will be some aspects of book reading in a little bit, just to kind of combine the two after feedback from the previous two videos. So before we begin, I actually had to split this topic up into two parts because there was a lot of preamble. I was expecting to cover the clan invasion, but I'd be missing a lot of stuff. And you'll be hearing exactly what you might have been missing in this video. So without further ado, let's get into the political century. So after centuries of self-imposed exile, multiple clans decided it was time to complete the Hidden Hope doctrine put forward by General Alexander Kerensky. Two movements began from the doctrine, the Crusaders and the Wardens. The Crusaders, whom believe the Hidden Hope doctrine to be literal, behead the new Star League from the ashes of the infighting in the Inner Sphere. The Wardens believe they are the guardians of the Inner Sphere, intent on developing alongside the sphere, separate but ready to protect it from any outside threat. While there is much debate what view is correct, both technically are. However, the Crusaders are actually more true to Kerensky's doctrine, albeit more vicious than he intended. Even though the invasion began in 3050, the politics for the invasion began long before. At the end of the Golden Century, covered in the last video, the clans were left without a major goal to strive for. After being in exile with the intent of building strength to save the Inner Sphere from itself and instill a new Star League, many saw it as the time to return. In the early years of what would be called the political century, Clan Jade Falcon forced a vote to the Star Council in 2980 to return to the Inner Sphere. It was quickly shot down by the still vast majority of Warden clans. The council, however, agreed to please the Crusaders in some way because they were noisy. And, I mean, why wouldn't they be noisy with the green budgies? So this agreement would become known as the Dragoon Compromise. The plan was to investigate and recon the Inner Sphere as to what has transpired since their exile. Sending their freeborn warriors under the guise of a mercenary company, Khan Kurlan Ward of Clan Wolf sent forth his Wolf's Dragoons, with them a sizable regiment of warriors and pristine Inner Sphere battle mechs. Departing clan space in 3004, they did not return to their homeland until 3009, bringing valuable intelligence back to the Star Council. The state of the Inner Sphere is grim, and many of the Khans were disappointed in the state of the sphere didn't improve at all. They were still ravaged by war, and at this point they were barely improving. This information only intensified the debate between Wardens and Crusaders. The Dragoons continued their mission, fighting for all sides in the Third Succession War, as to better understand and gauge each faction's capabilities. As the war was on the decline, the reports back to clan space became more and more infrequent, eventually stopping altogether in 3019. The Crusaders were quick to sense betrayal, which wasn't completely wrong or correct, but pushed even harder to start the invasion. The Wardens were successful in delaying the actual news long enough for the Fourth Succession War to break out, and news of that reaching clanner ears. With the war in 3048, disturbing news reached the clan Khans, being the formation of the Federated Commonwealth. The Fedcoms were quickly gaining power and influence, to which it threatened to restore the Star League without the clan's guiding hand. The Warden Khans, however, were more realistic and surmised from the constant state of war and feuding lords that a new Star League was way off even if they tried. The only way for it to succeed was long-term occupation of the entire Inner Sphere, which the clans cannot do because they were sorely lacking in numbers. Things changed as the spark that lit the flame happened in September of 3048. A Comstar ship by the name of Outbound Light was exploring far-reaching worlds when they happened jumping into orbit around a particular world. They were in orbit above Huntress, homeworld capital of Clan Smoke Jaguar. The ship was seized, crew captured, and interrogated, and the ship's databanks were picked apart. Jaguar Khan Leo Showers, however, did not bring this event to the Star Council immediately. He waited until November to alert them of the event, finally revealing the whole truth to the council. Leo presented the information in such a way to make a few strong points, keeping with honest information as to show up the Wardens. The Fedcoms were gaining in power and wished to restore the Star League under their rule. The Inner Sphere also discovered the HAL memory core and other Star League artifacts that were resurfacing Lost Tech at an alarming rate, which threatened the clan's greatest advantage. The last point was that Outbound Light was not the only Comstar exploration ship to be scouting the area, and the discovery of clan space threatened a reverse invasion. These points distressed the Star Council, and it was finally in agreement that action must be placed. The thought of a reverse invasion horrified the Clan Khans, all but Clan Wolf's Khan, who remained firm in the position of a warden. The vote was put forth and all clans voted to invade, except Clan Wolf. Khan Ulrich Kerensky of Clan Wolf demanded a trial refusal, bringing forth the later famed Third Wolf Cluster. Nearly succeeded in odds of 4-1 alone, the sheer will and wishes of the council prevailed. Taking advantage of popular sentiment, Khan Leo Showers of Smoke Jaguar was elected Ilkhan and set about planning the invasion. Ilkhan Leo Showers, aided by Jade Falcon Khan Elias Krishel, set about planning the invasion. The simplicity of the plan reflected that of their low regard they held for their inner sphere foes. The plan started with 4 clans, a 5th in reserve, would carve out the inner sphere along corridors, named Alpha through Delta. The main targets of the invasion were the Federated Commonwealth, Free Russell Hag Republic, and the Draconis Combine. Showers expressed gathering enough worlds to springboard the invasion, but Krishel suggested another goal, Terra. Based on memoirs of Kerensky, Krishel determined that should a clan take Terra, they had the right to become Il-Clan, leader of all clans perpetually. Leo Showers only gave Elias Krishel a wide smile in acceptance. They presented the plan to the Star Council, all of whom accepted enthusiastically, only with minor changes. Determining which of the 17 clans would participate in the invasion was the next question, with one exception. Unanimously, the Star Council agreed that Clan Wolf must participate, as it was a historic event, and given Wolf carries the Kerensky's name, it was only right that they were to be part of it. Trials upon trials were conducted for the rest of the clans, as bidding was prominent. The goal was to use as few resources in completing their goals to maximize efficiency. After the few days these bids and trials took place, 6 clans remained. Smoke Jaguar led the way, followed by Jade Falcon, and the runners-up were Ghost Bear, Diamond Shark, Nova Cat, and Steel Viper. Combat trials were issued to the finalists. The rights to participate ended with Clan Smoke Jaguar, Jade Falcon, Ghost Bear, and Steel Viper winning the reserve place. As a consolation prize for winning trials or refusal, Nova Cat and Diamond Sharks won next in line for more clans to join should they need it. Trials then took place to which clans occupied invasion corridors, once again through exception. Ilkhan Leo Showers gave the Beta corridor to Clan Wolf, and would coordinate from their flagship, Direwolf. The insults were unmistakable. Wolf will be fighting a weak enemy and denied flanking, gaining little glory altogether. The Ilkhan's presence on the flagship also implied Clan Wolf's loyalties suspect, after the incident of the Dragoons abandoning the clans. Alpha Corridor was won by Clan Jade Falcon, facing off against the Federated Commonwealth. Charlie Corridor won by Ghost Bear, facing off against Rosselhog with Wolf, and Delta was won by Clan Smoke Jaguar, facing off against the Draconis Combine. The plan for the invasion worked out by the 4 clans were to proceed in 15 waves, ending at Terra. Each wave would last 2 months, with a 2-week rest and refit period. At Clan Wolf's behest, and one of the reasons why they lost the invasion in the future, spoiler alert, the right for Freeborn to be granted the ability to issue Batch Hall was also given and respected mostly. It was disliked heavily by Smoke Jaguar and Jade Falcon. Beyond this, each clan was responsible for further battle plans and making each wave successfully on time in their corridor. Non-participating clans were invited to observe, only allowed a combat force no bigger than a grounded trinary, but any number of warships and scouts were allowed. Plan for the invasion was to launch June of 3049, but many clan warriors were extremely eager to return and challenged their khans for the right to leave in February instead. A compromise was pitched. The khans allowed these eager warriors to leave as a single vanguard, split 4 ways for each corridor. While they would not be able to cause a stir from their small force, they would be referred to much later by the Inner Sphere as the Berserkers, due to the clanners' eagerness in battle. This vanguard would end up clearing the way by removing bandits, pirates, and gathering intelligence for the invasion fleets. June 3049, the invasion fleet was assembled above Stranamekti, led by the speeches of lore masters, ending with Ilkhan Leo Showers reciting the Hidden Hope doctrine once more, and finally, giving the order for the fleet to jump. Operation Revival had begun. Thank you all for listening to this lore video. The actual lore video I was planning to do, which is the clan invasion, will hopefully be coming in the next 2 weeks after this is released. And when I say should, it will be. So you guys have that to look forward to. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.